I'm here with designer and author Candie Cooper. Welcome, Candie.
Hi, Katie.
I love this necklace. You have 2 great tips for us.
Thank you. I love it too. Yeah, I'm going to show you all about pinch bales today and how to make a button closure.
Perfect. And what a beautiful color palette.
Thank you. So yeah, pinch bales come in all different kinds of sizes and shapes, and they started out really smooth, but now they've got texture and some patinas. I love them. And you know, there's so many different crystal shapes, like pendants out now.
And of course, metal beads really work to highlight your design, so they work beautifully with the crystal.
They're perfect. And when they're big like this, I just use my fingers to open them. And then you're just going to put those 2 little parts that are protruding out from the bale, and then just pinch it closed.
Easy.
It's just like it sounds, pinch bale.
And this pendant is one of my favorites. It's the twist, and there are lots of pendants that you could use.
Yeah, love it. And I've gone ahead and strung up my design because this is so basic. I just cut 2 pieces of beading wire. You can make it however long you want. And the 2 strands run through every single bead. And I've got some pearls since we're going for a classic look. Nothing says classic like pearls.
Isn't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. And then at the very end, it splits off into these 2 sections where I've got some 4 millimeters and some seed beads. And
is that for a design effect, or
that's for variety?
All right.
And then to finish it up, here's where our button closure. I'm going to use gold because that's what colors I'm using right now. And you're just going to run like however many seed beads you want through both ends of your wires.
Okay, but of course you could use any button for this, but these metal buttons work perfectly because they come in so many different metallic finishes. You can match them to the spacer beads and the rest of your design, and really get a mixed metallics palette going if you want to even.
Yeah, and you can purchase them to coordinate with your bale.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I like any sort of closure that doesn't distract from all your hard work of like the strand. Like, you know?
Yeah, you really always pay attention to the whole length of the design. I appreciate that about your work. The back is as beautiful as the front.
Thank you, yeah. And with my short hair, that's important.
That's true. Keep that in mind, short-haired girls.
Yeah. So you could do as many as you want, but you get the idea. And then you're going to run it up through the button.
Through the back?
Yes, and then down through the front.
Okay.
And then I didn't mention, but I've already got...
Do you leave the wire uncovered in the front of the button, or you could add some seed beads there, or really it's your preference?
It's your preference, but if you look at the finished sample, you can see that the seed beads are actually sitting on top of the button. And that way it just kind of masks your wire a little bit.
Okay.
And then you're going to run both strands down through your crimp beads.
Okay, like so these are gunmetal color crimp beads.
And you're just going to kind of snug this up. I'm using Delica seed beads, which are also nice because they go through, they go through the...
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to add any to the front.
Right. And I see I missed, of course, one of your
crimps?
Yes, I missed actually both of them. So...
It's okay. So you're using 015 beading wire and 19 strand.
Gold, too, and that's another design technique so it doesn't distract,
Sure.
Everything fuses together.
Everything really blends well.
Now I'm cooking. Okay, and I use 2 crimp beads because I just do flat crimping, so it just adds to the security. So I'm just going to flat crimp.
So you're saying it adds security because you have 2?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And plus my elements aren't so heavy, throughout the strand.
It's a fairly delicate necklace.
Yeah, and then you're just going to trim away your excess wire. So that's how I finish one end. And then the other end is to make a little wire hook.
Oh.
And I'm using 20 gauge, but if you have 18 gauge wire, that's, a little bit heavier, even better. But I'm just going to snip off a 2 or 3 inch piece and use round nose pliers to make a little spiral, just for decorative.
Yeah, and again, you're using the gold so that it works perfectly with your design.
And then at the other end, I'm going to make a little wrapped loop. Nice and easy.
Oh, okay.
Simple. And then just wrap it around. And you can make this as big or as little as you want. It's whatever. I've got one ready. And then just to add a little strength to it, to work hard so it doesn't bend, I'm just going to hammer it flat. And then string it on the end of your wire, like so.
So it's just going through the wrapped loop?
Yep. And then...
Cute.
It is cute. And then, whoops, back through your 2 crimp beads. And now at this point I got to make sure that the strands are all nice and snug.
Right, and I noticed that you have it laying in a U shape, and that's a really important tip, especially for beginners. Sometimes you'll have it laying straight across.
So true.
And then you crimp it, and it's so tight.
Yeah.
So you really need a little flexibility, in making that U shape before you crimp really gives you that.
And so I've got my flat crimps, and then watch what happens when you clasp it. The little spiral
just fits right on your button. Oh, so cute. Well, let's talk a little bit about, you have some different metallic beads throughout your design. You have some big, large hole beads, and you position these pearls just perfectly to fill up a little bit of that space.
Yes, they're definitely nestled down in the large hole beads. I love these large hole beads because they're chunky and they add weight to the design. They're also great because you can run leather through them, whatever you want. But these, again, match your bale and your button surfaces.
But you even have a gold button, gunmetal bead, gold bead, gunmetal.
I'm sneaky.
I caught you.
I'm sneaky.
You're mixing those metallics for designer effects. I love it.
Yeah, and when you're laying out, like when you're making a necklace, I just lay a sprinkling of each bead down and look at the big picture and then pull away what I don't want or add.
It's your palette.
That's my palette.
You are an artist,
like a painter.
Girl.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Candie.
Let's take a look at your jewelry. That finished necklace is just gorgeous. I love it.
Thanks. And then I also brought along just this really simple, like this took literally 30 seconds to make.
This is a great gift idea.
Yeah. A couple pinch bales, big crystal hearts, string them on a chain.
And I love that charm bracelet.
Thank you. This is another custom piece with the domino charms and then all of these neat metal elements with it.
This is great, Candie. Great tips.
Thanks, Candie.
Thank you.